Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. It's your brother Joshua back with another quick coffee break and a quick exhortation for the brothers and sisters in the truth. Right? I wanted to come to encourage brothers to continue to weather the storm, continue to endure, fight these demons, fight your flesh, fight the worldly problems, fight your own mind, and continue to just strive for the kingdom, man. Strive for the kingdom. There's only a few seats on the chariot, right? There's only a few places in the kingdom for very few. A remnant, right, is only called. Everybody's not going to make it, right? But even within that remnant, right, it's a fight. You got to get your place in line. Everybody is trying to get in, right? Everybody's trying to strive for the mastery and receive salvation at the end. And you have to continue to latch on to what you have and fight for the cause. Fight for your right to be where you want to be, right? Essentially, we're all saved by hope, things of that nature, man. Lord willing, we all be saved. But the truth of the matter is, on that road and on that journey to the kingdom, is hella tribulation coming, right? And even what you deal with on a daily, man, it's only going to get 2 times worse, man, and more and more and more on the way, man, right? 10 times worse, even that. Right? So you have to continue to endure, man, because the seats are limited and there's only a few that's going to make it in these last days. Right? Let me get a precept real quick. Let's get the classic in the book of Acts, chapter 14 and verse number 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, man. So it's a must, through much tribulation, man, that we're going to be able to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, right? And that kingdom is only set for a few. The Lord already warned us. This world I have made for many, but the world to come is but for few. Right? Paraphrasing. It's for a few. So we have to do our due diligence while we have a chance to do so right now. Keep these commandments to the best of our ability and make ourselves and show ourselves approved before the eyes of Yahweh, man. We got to really continue to work and strive for the mastery, man. Because like I said, there's only a few. Right? You have 144,000 men, and then you have a 1/3. Right? The rest, sad to say, is not going to make it on the first round, man. So everybody is cramming in to that space to try to get that so-called VIP spot. Right? So let's go to a precept real quick. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Right, Revelation chapter 7. Right, let's read this real quick. It's the book of Revelation chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse number 3. And it reads, I'm going to start at verse number 2, and it reads, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of God in their foreheads, man. So the angels are speaking to one another saying, hey, man, don't hurt the earth or the sea representing the people. Right? Don't hurt anybody until we have the seal sealed in the foreheads of those men. Right, that 144,000 and that 1/3 men, right, and it proves that reading down. It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, man. Right? So 144,000. That's not a real large number. That's the ruling class or the hierarchy that's going to be in the kingdom. Right? 12,000 men out of every tribe. Right? Which when you read down, it tells you that. But I'm going to jump down to verse 9. And it says, after this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palms in their hands. Right? And that great multitude is that 1/3. Right? And it's not out of every nation on the heavens. It's the Israelites that are scattered throughout the earth. Right? We definitely have to get that understood. Because people always get that, all nations. No, that's not what that means. Right? But understand that that is the 1/3, man, of the people that's outside of the 144,000. But what happens to the rest of the 2/3, man? The Lord said they got to go. They're not going to make it. Those are those that refuse to turn back to the Lord. Those are those men and women that refuse to call on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Those are the men and women that refuse to keep the commandments and change their ways, right? And draw back from the world and come to that narrow path, man. Right? These are they that want to stay in the world. That's the 2/3, right? And the 1/3 is those that follow after Yahweh Shai, man. They hear his voice and they follow him. All right, let's get a precept. Let's go to the book of Zechariah. All right, let's prove that real quick. The book of Zechariah. It's 13, ain't it? The book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and verse number 8, and it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, man. The Lord said 2 parts have to be cut off and they have to die, right? And it says, but the 3rd shall be left therein. See that? That's that 1/3. That's that 1/3 that is going to be left, that's going to follow after Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And 2/3, that's a great number. Right? That is a great number. 2/3, that's millions upon millions of people, man. Like I said earlier, the Lord said, I made this world for many, but the one to come is for few. Only few are going to be able to see that, man. Right? Especially the first round. You're not going to be able to see that, man. A lot of people are going to die, and that's just the reality of the situation, man. Right? So I'm going to read that again. It says, it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. Right? That's that tribulation, man. Right? That's that tribulation that you have to go through in order to make it to the kingdom, man. Right? He's going to bring you through the fire, man. And he says, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God, man. Right? So this is the 1/3 outside of that 144,000. That few, that remnant, that narrow, man. Right? That little number that the Lord is calling back home, that choose to follow after the Lamb, man, and serve the Most High God. Right? But that 1/3 has to go through tribulation to receive that spot. Right? To be able to get in and secure that so-called seat, man, on the chariot, and to be able to enter through those gates, man, into that wonderful city. Because there's so much tribulation on this side and this world. That's why you have to be refined as gold. That's why you go through things daily, man. That's why you have to fight these spirits, right? You have to fight your own flesh, right? You have to constantly rebuke yourself, right? And when you're dealing with all the world, the elements and the people and all the things that's around you, man, it's nothing but pure evil here in Babylon. Everything is wicked here in Babylon. And everything is contrary to the Most High, and it's against you. But you have to endure the hardness as a soldier, man, of the Most High, and endure those afflictions, because you have to go through so much tribulation just to make it through that, right? Because this place is so narrow and there's so much destruction, you cannot go from the right to the left. You have to stay on that righteous path, because many people are going to find that destruction because they love the ways of this world. Everything is accessible in this world. The majority of it is evil, and it's so easy to access. That's why so many people follow after that darkness rather than the light. The light is very slim and it's dim, right? But darkness is abundant in the world. All right, let's get a precept real quick. Let's go to the second Esdras real quick. Second Esdras chapter 7. And I'm going to read verse 7, and it reads, I'm going to read verse 6. And it reads, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it is full of all good things. This is talking about the kingdom. And it says, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in dangerous place, to fall like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. Right? That's all that destruction and turmoil. And it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once, man. So this path is so narrow that you can only go in one at a time, man. Right? That's why you know Christianity's not the truth. That's why you know Islam's not the truth, and all these other religions and things of that nature, because it's so many people, it's millions and millions of people that participate in these things, man, that indulge in these things, idolatry and all these things, man. Right? Those are the wide gates. Those are the broad ways, the broad paths that everybody goes to. But it's only few that actually seek the Lord, those that choose to keep his commandments, man. And it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, because this is your inheritance, Jake, right? If he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So if you can't overcome this world, if you can't stop fornicating and being sinful, lustful, hateful, a liar, whatever it is that you're dealing with, man, and that you go through, if you can never overcome those things, man, then how are you ever going to receive the inheritance that the Lord gave you, man? Right? You will never be a part of that 144,000 or 1/3 of Israel if you cannot overcome these things, man. Because like I said, the path is narrow, man. And it's only few people that are actually going to find that. Those are the ones that shed off the mortal clothing and put on the immortality. Those that fight and being renewed every day, right? In the spirit, shedding off their flesh, right? Eschewing evil, striving to be perfect, man. Right? Becoming temperate, and receiving or trying to master, right, themselves, man. Right? Those are the ones that are going to receive that thing, man. Right? Let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's go to the book of Salakia. The book of Matthew, chapter 7, right, in verse number 13, and it reads, enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go thereat, man. So broad is the way, man, that leads to that destruction. Right? Everything you see in the world is the broad path. Even these religions and everything you partake of. It is the broad path. And it says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, man. Only a few people. This world for many, the next for few. Only a few people are going to find that narrow path, man. That narrow gate, that which leads to life. Those are the ones that keep the commandments, that receive the life. Right? Let's get a quick precept real quick. Let's go to Baruch. Right, check this out. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4. Right, Shalakia. Chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." So if you keep the commandments, you're able to come to life, to receive that eternal life. But if you don't keep it, you're going to die. It's only a few people that want to keep the commandments of the Most High, that actually choose to keep the commandments of the Lord. That's how you know, once again, that Christianity and all these other, religions are not the truth, because they don't keep the commandments of God. They actually tell you that you don't have to do it. Literally. So now you know that's not the truth, man. Right, so the Lord said it's only few that's going to find this thing. Those are the ones that are trying to overcome the world, man. The tribulation, the trouble, the sins, all these things. Those are they that will find this path to life, man. Just like Yahushua did. Those that follow Yahushua, he overcame the world. We should be able to overcome the world, man. He's the example, right, that we were supposed to follow. Right, let's get a precept real quick. Let's go to the book of John. Right, the book of John, chapter 16, Salakia, and verse 33, and it reads, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation." Salakia. Somebody calling my phone. Salakia. Right? Reading that again. John 16 and 33. "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." So the Lord said, look, in the world, you're going to have tribulation. You're going to have problems. You're going to have devastation, trouble, things of that nature, man. But in me, you're going to find peace. If you seek the Lord, you're going to find peace. He says, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, man. The Lord overcome the world, right? And the Lord is supposed to be who we're supposed to follow, right? He was sent to be an example for us that we should follow. Right, let's get a precept on that real quick. Let's go to 1 Peter. Right, real quick. I might have to get me a new Bible soon, man. My sword is getting kind of old on me. Right? So this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21, and it reads, "For he even hereunto ye are called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth," man. So Yahushua is that perfect example of a sinless man that we should try to model ourselves after, so therefore we can overcome the world and be able to partake, right, into these into the kingdom, man, into the wonderful things that the Lord has prepared for us, right? And that's essentially what I wanted to come to exhort brothers and sisters as don't lose the opportunity to get that spot, man. Don't lose the opportunity to be able to, essentially receive that eternal love and that rest and that life from the Lord. Lord willing that we're able to do so, that we can be a part of that number, right? Don't lose the opportunity by continuing to suffer in the ways of your flesh that you don't want to let go. You want to continue to do what you want to do. You want to continue to indulge in certain things that please your flesh and please you, rather than trying to please the Lord, man. Right? Keep fighting and holding fast to what you got. Keep fighting the good fight. Like our brother Paul said, man, he fought the good fight, man. Right, let's get there real quick. Let's go to 2 Timothy real quick. Right, 2 Timothy chapter 4. That's 1 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 4. We'll start at verse 6. And it reads, "For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith," man. That's what the Lord, hey, man, that's what Paul was saying. Look, I fought that good fight, man, all the way to the end. He said, I've fought the good fight. I finished my course. I finished that, right? And it says, I have kept the faith. And in verse 8, it says, "Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing," man. So the Lord has a crown laid up for you if you want it. If you're going to be diligent enough and you're going to fight for that crown, the Lord has that crown laid up for you. If you want it, man. Right? Check this out. The Lord said this, man. Check this out. Right? The Lord got a crown waiting for you. Do you want it, Jake? Do you want it, Eve? Right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse number... I'm going to start at verse number... I'll start at verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I will come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." So the Lord said, don't let nobody take your crown. Hold on to it. Hold fast to it. Don't let nobody take it away from you. Hold on to it, man. Right? And it says, "Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I shall write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name." Right? So the Lord said, look, don't let nobody take your crown, man. Don't let nobody steal your crown. Hold on to it. Lay hold of it, man. Right? And don't let nobody steal it from you. Let's get another precept real quick. Let's get Hebrews 10 real quick. Right? This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 23. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised," man. So he's faithful that promised. That's why he said, look, don't let no man take your crown, man. Hold on to the profession, man. Shalom, God. Right? You got to hold on to that. And you have to endure everything. It's an evil present world we live in. And people are fighting for that position, man, to get to the kingdom, man. They're fighting daily. How much more are you going to fight? How much more are you going to bear down? How much more are you going to be diligent? How much more are you going to push yourself? And how much more are you going to push your brethren to do this work, man? The Lord said, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. Because the Lord already told you, he's promised, man. He's faithful. He already promised you that. Do you want paradise or do you not? Do you want peace? Rest? What the Lord tell you, this place ain't your rest. You're not going to receive rest here. It ain't no time to be sitting down, pausing, and taking a nap, man. This is not a place that you can, and you're in the wilderness right now, man. You're in hell, literally. A place of torment. That's why the Lord said, through much tribulation, you're going to enter to the kingdom. You must overcome that first in order to receive the rest. The kingdom is your rest, man. That's where it's allowed. Right? Let's get this, man. This is one of my favorite precepts, man. Right? This is the book of, right? Let me get this. It's the book of 2nd Esdras. Right? Chapter, is it 2nd Esdras or 1st Esdras? Salakia. Right? Oh, Salakia. I'm on the wrong page, rather. Right? It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8. And verse number 52, and it reads, For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time is come, is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, the city is builded, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. So that kingdom is where rest is allowed, man. That narrow place, that gate. Right? That is the way that we're trying to go. That is the way that we're trying to escape all the turmoil, this hellhole, man, and receive that eternal rest, man, in the last days. But in order for you to do that, you have to overcome this evil present world, man, and take hold of your seat. Don't lose your spot. Let no man take your crown, man. This world be for many, but the next to come is for few. Right? Let me get this real quick precept. The classic, everybody know it. You should know it. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13, and it reads, But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. So, all that mess that these Christians and these pastors and all they be telling you, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, I'm saved and sanctified, ain't no man on this earth saved. Not one. Not yet. The Lord said, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So you got to make that choice, man. Who you going to serve? You going to put forth that work? Or you going to bow out at the last minute, man? You got to choose if you're going to fight. Let me get one more precept, man. I'm going to close it out. Right, this is the book of Sirach. Chapter 51 and verse number, start at 29. It says, Let your souls rejoice in his mercy, and be not ashamed of his praise. Work your work betimes, and in his time, he will give you your reward. So, Israel, do you want the reward or do you not? Secure your seat in the kingdom, man. But with that, hope it was edifying, giving our honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahushua, and saying Shalom.